If you've just taken on an allotment, here's every step I would take to transform it from this to looking like this, so we can then harvest things like these. Before you do anything, it's really important that you have a plan. Or a planner. Like this one, which gives you lots of space to draw and plan your own beds. But this isn't a sales plug, so I'll stop talking about my growing planner. Comment the word plotter if you want the link to the waiting list. Now, I would recommend taking a no-dig approach, but before we can do that, we first need to tackle the weed problem. And the only real way of doing that organically is by manually digging them all up and getting rid of them. Secondly, level the ground. This is going to help with filling in any nooks and crannies with expensive compost later. Thirdly, you're going to lay down cardboard. This helps to squash any remaining weeds that are there. It gives you a nice even surface to add your compost to, and as it breaks down, it will help add carbon back into the soil. So we're going to go for ground beds to start with because they're cheaper than filling raised beds. We can then start adding compost, around 4 to 6 inches of it. Now you can use compost or you can use topsoil, which maybe rather grimly, if you contact your local cemetery, they will definitely have an abundance of topsoil that they will probably give you for free. And while it's not as nutrient dense as compost, it's certainly cheaper, and you can add organic matter like compost or well-rotted manure into the beds to add more nutrients if you feel that's what it needs. Check it for body parts first. Then I would recommend using wood chip for the paths. And that is it. You have just set up your first allotment. Well done. Now I won't lie, I have just summarised probably a good 6 to 8 weeks of work in a couple of minutes. But there really is no other feeling like harvesting your first cabbage. I have got a full PDF guide that goes through every single step that I took and that I recommend you take in a lot more detail than I've covered here. You just got to comment the word scratch and I will send you the link to it.